smoking haze surrounds my red eyes. Then I grind up and then steep cherry pits with a strip of flesh filleted from the stomach. Then solidify embryonic liquid, iron, steel, plastic, and ceramic. Ingredients, appliances, olfactory, chemistry, and science. 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 16 doors. 7 keys. Bucket of bolts. Gasoline. Industry, utility, packaging, shipping, and receiving. Science. Science. Combustion heat. Antifreeze. Aerodynamics. Velocity.
Hello? Mic check, hello? Hello? Mic check, hello? Okay. We'll just, wait like 30 more seconds. Make sure I have everything.
Taking the challenge, accepting the risk, singing and laughing, even when I slip, dancing on ashes, exploring a cave with no source of light to help me find my way, my way. But I can't take
my goodness, why? Oop.
Staring out a window again. Thinking about the past and thinking about old friends. Still don't know why. Just can't let go. Yeah, and I don't wanna be tied down to the past anymore. Yeah. Walking down the same street every day, daydreaming that we'll all meet up again somehow,
Hello.
somewhere, some way. But I don't know why. Keep holding on.
Hi, PETA.
But I know that I've been
How are you?
away now.
I watched a little bit of your stream from 5 years ago. Hey, Buddha. How are you doing? You're very pretty, PETA. Oh, only in the right ear. Mm-mm. Is that true for everyone? Let's see. Don't be embarrassed. Yeah, I remember I think Crick asked you for your Twitter or whatever earlier, and then I had like remembered it, and then I forgot to follow, and then I was like, might as well follow you on Twitch, even though you probably don't stream, but you are. It's funny, you and I are just like, it seems like you and I are very similar people, so I was like, what's Beta like? Who knows? Maybe. Why not? So today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I figure we can draw. I also think maybe I should work on some of the, like, visuals on my own Twitch channel, because I'm really lazy about having, like, actually good-looking stuff, which probably isn't the best thing. Should probably make it all cohesive and pretty and look nice, so. Do you still only hear me in your right ear? Let's go! Yeah, so I think it would be fun to, do a little bit better, of a job, like, showcasing, like, my own art and my own style by making my own, like, stream panels and stuff like that. For some reason, I don't know why, it's something that I've never really wanted to do. Like, I'll do them for everyone else and make them look really good, but when it's for myself, I'm like, meh, which is ridiculous, but I think it'd be fun to do that. And then there's also this game on Steam, and, oh, my notes. It's called Draw-ee, and basically I could just draw, and then Twitch chat just, that's so random. I wonder why, because I don't think I have my levels in the left or right ear, like everything's level on here. I don't know. Hopefully it's tolerable. I didn't have anybody say that the other day, but I can't imagine it's a you thing. It's more of a me thing, I'm sure. Anywho, what you do in the dry game is basically I just draw, and then people in chat just type their response, and it's integrated and connected through Twitch and the game, so that, like, you guys don't need to download anything or do anything. You just type in your guesses in chat and stuff like that. So I think that'll be fun. What else? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have very much energy. It is also loud in your right ear and not the other. That is so I wonder... Okay, I'm gonna switch it to a different mic for a sec, hold on. And then I'm gonna switch it back. Thank you, Buddha, I appreciate that. Well... I could probably just put my mic in front of my face and we'll start there.
The moment's frozen, suspended in time. I'm hesitating.
And I don't know why.
The clock reads 3:33.
That doesn't really mean very much to me.
There's no conspiracy.
Conspiracy. It sounds better? Okay, maybe it was just that I don't know. If it's better, then it's fine. I'm gonna leave it. But if it's annoying, then I'll... Is it good now? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Also, I'll never, ever be offended by people being like, wow, your music is so much louder than your voice, or, I can't hear you, or you sound muffled, or something like that. So, I think this might be dumb to talk about, but also not dumb, you know, like, whatever. Okay. So, obviously I tried out to be on, like, the OTK show and stuff like that, and so, at, like, 10 o'clock this morning, which was 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, wait, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8, 9, so 9 hours ago, I got ready because I was like, oh, if I'm gonna, like, you know, have my application be on stream, then, like, it'd be really fun to, like, have it, show up, like, on the stream, and then, like, go live, and then just kind of, like, I guess farm that, for lack of a better term. And so, I got ready at, like, 10:30, and then I had, like, an hour and a half until the show was on, and then the show was 3 hours long. And I did not appear on the show. And so after that I was like, oh man, because I was, like, super pumped, and like I've just been waiting for this, you know, and, like, silly me for thinking that, like, I could just have it, like, oh god, this is so dumb. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not upset. I just got really, like, worked up, and then nothing happened, and so I have, like, a lot of energy that's, like, up here that hasn't been, like, expelled, you know, and I was just, like, really, really excited, and then I was like, oh, like, today's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna, like, get all pumped up and excited and ready and stuff like that, and then nothing happened, and so then it took me, like, a couple hours. It's been, like, 3 hours since the show was on, and I just wanted to be, like, not emotional, you know? Because it's not, like, there's nothing bad, like, nothing happened. Like, I didn't make it on the show, and then a bunch of people said no and voted me off. I just, like, didn't make it to the just wasn't shown on, like, the first. God, I'm upset. It's okay. I'm just excited, you know? Dang it. Sorry. Just gotta take a deep breath. Let me open the window. I just was, like, super excited and, like, looking forward to it and stuff like that. And I had like a bunch of energy like built up for it, and then I didn't have anywhere to put it, you know? So, but again, like nothing happened. It's not like I like didn't make it on the show or anything like that. So it's not like I'm like, I just was excited, you know? And it was crazy the amount of people in the Discord that were like really looking forward to it too and stuff like that. But moving on, I think it'd be fun to do maybe some drawing or working on the channel, or, you know, just hanging out. We can even talk. I have some of these really cute sunflower bookmarks that I've made, and it'd be cool to just kind of like hang out and make maybe like 4 or 5 of these so I can put them on the Etsy and stuff like that. Are they cute? They're super cute. Yeah, so like, it's a cute little bookmark. And then when you're reading, it's cute because you just got a little flower hanging out. I pressed this one, and then I threw them all in a pile, so I just have to repress it because it kind of got like, all his petals have to be out and pretty and cute. But yeah, so just like a cute little guy. And then your little leafy boy hangs out the bottom. And I know somebody from Nick's Discord wanted to order one for his wife. And so I need to actually just make a couple and then do some product photos, and then... Oh, thank you, PETA. I will. Maybe, like, I could just do it right now. It takes, like... I don't know, I have to take pictures and then make the listing for it. It takes, like, less than 5 minutes to do everything. As long as I just have, like... I like the pictures and they look cute, which is not hard. I already have some others with ones that I'm, like... We have a whole bundle of them. But I even have, okay, that one is a no-go. I almost want to just take that one apart. But like we have some like this and stuff, little daisy looking guys. And it has like a different kind of stem. It's got like more of a, I don't know how much I like that. But I'm also just not a fan of this kind of yarn, to be honest. I'll probably just make them all out of this solid green here, but looks like a black eye Susie. Hi Onsley, how are you? It's funny because I had to just like invent the pattern, you know? And so this was like the first one, which is like, we get that, kind of looks like a flower, but it's got the little peaks of a sunflower, but not like the actual petals. And then I made like a gigantic one, which is not bad because sunflowers are quite large. And then I made like a more reasonable one, but this one just looks really burnt. And it's just not the right kind of like little petally guys. And so on yesterday's stream, I ended up just inventing this pattern. And so now that I know it and hopefully remember it, then we can at least crank out like regular looking sunflower guys. And then press them. So I have all that stuff right here anyways, so it's really easy for me to do that while I talk. So it'll be super... super reasonable thing to do. Okay, let's turn on some video game music because it's easy to listen to. Check our levels. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. I want to look up what a Black Eye Susie is because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's really cute. It'd be cute to do them in this orange color. Yay, PETA, cheers! I'm having a beer. I'm having a double IPA. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, I'm getting a mix of two things. There's one that says Susie and a Susan, but the black-eyed Susan really does look like what I made. Here, I'm just gonna do this really fast. This looks way closer to... It's funny, I have pictures of those. My kitty cat. I have pictures of those on my phone from this one place that does really, really beautiful little, like, gardens that you can walk through, and you pay a couple dollars and they let you pick the flowers. It's really neat. What is that, a nursery rhyme? Hello? Okay. Boop, boop. I already have a couple of centers right here, but I'm just gonna make new ones because I double up the... It could be Black Eye Susan. Yeah. I think it was... I mean, Susie and Susan, like, same thing, honestly. But when I looked it up, there was something that said Black Eye Susie, and it showed, like... almost like a poppy-looking kind of flower, but orange. And so that's why I was like, oh, I should make an orange one. But that's... Then I looked down at the real thing, which is identical to what you're referencing. Maybe I'm not in the mood for this. Or we just have it way lower, so I don't have to deal with it. I know it's probably pretty low for you guys. What kind of wine do you like, PETA? And if you say a Cabernet Sauvignon, then we are the same person. Dry wine? We love a Cab Sauv, same. I like how bitey and like bittery and like... I've never... I think I probably had like a sweet wine like once or twice, maybe 3 times, but yeah, it's a great way to explain it, PETA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all you need. I'm not really a white wine kind of person. You worked at a winery for 6 years. Ooh, so you've got the knowledge. And you get to taste all the varieties so you can kind of like narrow down the ones that you actually like, which is good. There are a bunch of wineries out here where I live. Probably as many, probably more wineries than like breweries slash pubs, I would say. I'm gonna move this over here. I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Are Chardonnays kind of on the dry side, though? Are they not? I actually have no idea. Yes, yes? Okay, that's what I thought. Because something that wouldn't be would be like a rosé or something, right? But again, I have more beer knowledge than wine knowledge. Alright. Without working super quickly, I'm going to see how long one of these takes me to make. And Moscatos are usually sweet. Okay, it makes sense. So I'm not too far off on my knowledge. We served wine at this restaurant that I worked at. Beer and wine, but no liquor. And, Moscato, not Moscato. Okay. I like it too. I feel like it's like kind of one of those things. It's like, oh, if you offer it to me, I'll usually just generally say yes. And doesn't mean you need to have like a little bit or a lot of it. Even some of it is good. Like even a little bit of a sweet wine, maybe depending on what kind of dinner you're having is good and whatnot. I'm a whiskey person. I'm not either. I'm not a sweet person at all, like in general. Like cookies and cakes and candies. Why do they all start with a C? That's weird. Are not really like something that I prefer. I'd rather have like a savory or like a bitey or bittery. But yeah, like like if I was gonna have a candy, it would be a sour one, definitely. Peter, did you watch any of the OTK thing that happened earlier today at all? They made you crave sweets. It's crazy. It's funny how people's tastes really change during that. Or like people like sweet things with like vinegary, bitey, like sour things too. Like I know somebody like really maybe they didn't need to eat them at the same time, but they really liked vanilla ice cream and pickles. I apparently loved pickles and coleslaw. That's what my mom always said. She was like, all you wanted was pickles and coleslaw. And I'm like, well, I love both of those things. Okay. Two, three, one. And then I did 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Super spice. I wish that they could. Ooh. Uh-oh. The yarn rolled over my keyboard. I wish that we could have spicy things that were just like spicy in your mouth but didn't go anywhere else. There used to be a time I could handle it, but now I absolutely can't. I mean, I still eat spicy food, I just regret it. I used to have like the strongest stomach in the world and be like, rah, I can eat anything, rah. Now it's like pathetic. Is that right? No. People keep talking about this Dune movie. Maybe I should watch the first one. So much better now that you don't have a gallbladder. Oh. Is it easier to manage that way? My mom got hers removed. I think it was in like high school or something like that. There was like a time where she was throwing up for like 16 hours straight. And then finally we took her to the ER and they were like, ma'am, we need to remove your gallbladder like right now. And she has those cute little 3 little dots. And they just go, take it out. And it helps a lot of people. So that's good. Some things are easier without it. I actually didn't recognize that it would change too much of your digestive stuff. I didn't actually realize that. To me, it feels kind of like, kind of like pancreatitis a little bit or something, where it's like your body is like, rejection, we don't need you, and then it gets removed, but I didn't realize it could be like beneficial to not have it in, so to speak, in some manners. It's funny when I talk about wanting to work on like the panels for my stream and stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know what I would want to put on there. Wish I knew. Oh man. Okay, I need to fix that really quick. Hold on. You guys are coming with me. Because people keep saying that they say something that's like not bad at all, and Automod's taking it, and in all the time that I've had my stream, I've not had this issue. And I don't know if some new things got like implemented or something like that. Can you repost what you said? Because I have my Twitch chat open. Because when on Chatterino, you used to be able to see when people would say everything. Oh, you said fatty. Okay. I added and permitted the term fatty now. Okay. Let's try to find this really quick. Research, achievement, streams and rediscovery, engagement, payout, community, roles, activity, content, clips, monetization, settings, channel. Ooh, fatty foods. Okay, so it's something you can't have now that it's out. Brand, scheduled, featured content, stream elements, moderation, here we go. Automod rule set, 1 update. Aggressive filtering. Name calling, insults, or antagonizing. Oh, it's like on max filtering on all these. Honestly, I would rather let me choose what I care. Save. View demo. I just don't want to have my stream open and Twitch chat open just to be able to mod the channel. Like, you can do all of it from Chatterino, so it should be a little bit better. Because people have just said, like, not nearly something that I would consider, like... Hi, Jerd! No mods. I can mod myself. Oh, thanks, PETA. They are quite large. Hi, Jerd. Nice to see you here. Okay. Carrying on here, we are on our 3rd petal. Oh yes, Jerd has a little baby too. Everybody has a little baby ones. Hope all is well with your family, Jerd. And 1, 2. We love a good I almost wanted to say sleepless night, but that's not what I say. Successfully sleepy night. Fingers crossed for you, too. Anybody get through the terrible 2s yet? Apparently there's like this really... There's like... Happy sleepy baby. And then not very sleepy baby. And then sleepy baby. And then 2s come around and they're like, not very sleepy anymore. I think that's like when teeth are coming in and other stuff. Yeah, regression, that's the right word. It is a thing. I know. It's quite interesting. Wait. Very good point. Very, very good point. Because they get into the ability to walk and grab and touch and all the things, and you have to teach them right from wrong from that, and it's while they're learning, still trying to understand like what they can and can't touch and stuff like that. Yes, yes. Cool. I'm probably gonna have to write down this pattern because I'm quite happy with right. That makes a lot of sense, Peter. Like, you would be like, okay, well, you have an option. Like, you can have this or you can have this. Instead of it being like, you can have this and you can't have this. Because then they're like, why am I left with no decision? You know? So you could be like, okay, you can have 2 animal crackers right now. But then you have to eat. And if you eat, then you can have something else or whatever, you know? Something really incredibly neat about parenting. Exactly. PETA. Isn't it so cute to have like a little tiny miniature you running around? Isn't that so neat? And bizarre. You're like, no, look at you. You're exactly like me. And they do the same stuff as you, like when you were a kid. They like sleep on their face and drool and you're just like passed out. And you're like, okay, I have like 15 pictures of me when I was growing up doing literally exactly that. I thought you only had one PETA. I thought you had just had that new, the newborn, but, Hi, Peepo. No crying in here, Peepo. I almost got me earlier. I started talking about it, and then I was like, okay. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I just, was excited. I know, it's fine. It's fine. Even if I cried, it wouldn't matter because, I cry all the time. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed of crying in front of stream or anything. There's a bunch of clips of me doing it. It's just, I don't, want to spend other people's time watching me do that right now. We could just do something else. There is something people very... I should just call you lazy. I don't think you like being called lazy. Or I mean people, because you would call yourself that in like your Discord name. So I'm going to call you lazy and I have to remember that. Do you guys want to know something really funny that I used to do? Is when I first started streaming, everyone that would come in, I would ask them what their real name is or like what they would like to be called other than their username. Yeah, it's lazy. And so, and you used to be able to click on someone's name and like just change their name from your view of it on Twitch. And so I would go in and like everybody like Mr. Chuckles would have a name, but then I would just call him by his like real name and stuff like that. And so I had like a bunch of people who would come in and I would be like, oh, hey, Josh. Oh, hey, Sam. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like they're, you know, and there's just something funny that like a long time ago. I used to just call people by their name. I'm like, I made my Twitch name nearly my name. And it is fun, so. But yeah, like, I basically spent, like, I basically spent, like, a good, 2+ hours, like, kind of, like, digesting it with my husband and talking about it and stuff, because, like, he's not, oh, Jared, you want to start a fire? Alright, we can do this. You can also build a house if you want. We have 4 houses. In our little village that we made. You can start a fire on a tree, or you can light someone's house on fire if you want. Or we can build a campfire and you can just build a fire there and you don't have to be like, ma ha ha. Not revenge, but like cheeky, villainy. Nevertheless, lazy. I was just kind of like, so like, he's not a Twitch viewer. Like, he has a different type of entertainment that he likes to watch and stuff like that. And so, I've been talking a lot about this over the past like 2 months, and I've been kind of counting down the days, and then, even like up until it was happening, I'm like 2 hours, and then I like walk in the other room, okay, 1 hour, and I'm like, okay, 10 minutes, 7 minutes. And so what he did is the Masters are going on. He's very interested in sports and things like that. And so he stopped watching that to come in here and watch on the TV with me. Like, so I sat here kind of, and he was over here, and we were watching it. And it's only on right now only because Chromecast followed the host, and then it's just been on my TV. It's not like I'm trying to be some sort of way or whatever. It's just we were watching on the TV and on here, and then after he hosted, it's just still on my TV. You have to like exit out of it and stuff with Chromecast. But it was funny because he stopped what he was doing and he came in here and he came to watch it with me. And he was like really excited, and like I'm like going in the Discord and people are all like hyping it up in the Discord and saying all the things. And then like an hour and a half goes in and I'm like, okay, like I was like, I'm sorry for this. And he's like, it's okay. And like he's super supportive and stuff like that. And so then I was like, sorry to subject you to this. Like I didn't really know that all the submission videos were going to be like this. Like I did 4 or 5 days ago, I went in YouTube and just looked up the hashtag and watched like 15 or so. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And then seeing that a lot of those submission videos that came up like a week ago, even people just applied to be on the show like a week ago or whatever, like come up and stuff. And it's just not his type of content that he likes to observe. And to be honest, like 95% of the things we watched on there aren't the kind of content that I like to spend my time viewing either. But we get into like 2 hours in, and then we get into the last 10 minutes and like there's still nothing. And then him and I are like talking, and kind of like a lot of the points that Soda made were ones that I had made when I observed the videos of the people. I was like, wow, they're really heavily edited, and they target like a lot of different markets like TikTok and YouTube shorts, in my opinion. And like something that I liked about my submission video is that it's just me standing here talking like this for 60 seconds straight. And like that's what streaming is, like people don't turn on a stream and watch someone's clips. And there was just like a lot of stuff I could go into, like at least 2 hours of like kind of talking about my opinion and the observation and all the things. But nevertheless, the difficult parts about seeing applications that got approved by production to be on the show is like a little bit disheartening. I mean, like there was an individual who hasn't streamed more than 30 days. There are quite a few individuals who actually don't even live stream at all, but like people who haven't even streamed in like over 30 days and like got accepted onto the show. And it's like, yeah, I don't have like an everyday stream currently. It's something that I would like to do. But even when I at least found out about the show, in the last 2 months, I've had at least 15 streams, and 15 is better than 0, you know? So, like, that's one of my most disheartening things, is that, like, individuals who actually don't even stream are being accepted to be on the show. And, like, obviously it's gonna come out in the end, like, you know, like, they may make it, or they may not, or whatever it is then. But, like, if you can only solely base it off of this situation right now, like, that's pretty sucky, you know? I know I'd seen you too, Lazy. Thank you, PETA. I'd seen Kat before in other streams, but I had no idea she was active in the NMP Cord. I also might be shooting myself in the foot by not putting, like, my Discord name as Cat Lista, but I've been on Discord since before it was even able to be released to the public, and, like, that's what I chose my name to be. Like, I chose Cat Lista, but I just chose Cat, and that's just who I've been. And I get that people, like, use that. It's a very easy name, but, like, my name is Catlista because my name is Callista. And I was like, okay, I like cats, and I like my name, and I'm myself, and whenever I'm on my stream, I'm just me, you know? And so I was like, what better way to do it than just be my own name? And then as I continued to stream, people just adapted to calling me Cat. And so that's just, like, who I am. But, like, yeah. Mine was too normal. I had never bothered to socialize, so one day I saw the live stream to shut them and they were friendly to each other. Same, Lazy. Like, there's quite a few Discords I've been in, especially ones for over the years, but the live scream, better call it that now, after all the videos that got accepted. Sorry. I'm being cheeky. I am not butthurt. I'm just cheeky, and it's funny to, like, do little pokey pokes. Somebody steal my joke, please. Nevertheless, LSD live stream discussion has been one of the coolest and most awesome places to be, and, like, you know, the support you guys have is more than I mean, I didn't expect a bunch of people, like, wanting me to be on there, and people waiting around 3 hours just to, like, vote yes for me, you know? Like, that's something that's, like, badass, and I think it's badass. That's super cool. But one of the things that I wanted to point out is that, as a normal, sane individual that can, like, completely comprehend, like, what it is that's going on. I mean, I've been on Twitch for 10 years. I spend time analyzing it. I do a really good job at, like, encouraging individuals to start streaming. There's been plenty of people who had either been in my chat or reached out to me and been like, hey, how do you do it? And then I literally would go offline and spend time, like, voice chatting and talking to them on, like, how to use OBS and, like, what it is that I like, or even making alerts for them. And, like, really pumping people up to be part of a community, because I'm like, oh, heck yeah, like, if I like streaming and I fell in love with it and I really appreciate it, and I met some of my best friends in my life streaming, even in real life I've met them, like, hell yeah, why wouldn't I want to support other people through, like, the absolute, like, bliss and glory and fun and, like, incredibleness of what streaming is. So, like, I'm, like, a total, like, boost you up kind of person. And so I've even, like, delved into, like, seeing if, like, it would be better if I just was a manager for streamers and stuff like that, as opposed to being a streamer myself. Like, I've gone every which way that you can take the direction to do it. And so, like, I'm not, like, talking out my ass. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so one of the things that's, like, really important that needs to be acknowledged is that a production company were the individuals who chose the applications in the show, not the streamers. Because if the streamers chose them, there's a bunch of things you could go down a rabbit hole, but, like, biases and, like, you know, favoritism, which, surprise, that's apparently a good thing. You know, all the things. So, like, a streamer can't be the one to watch the submission videos and then be the ones to entirely pick them. So, like, very obviously a production company chose the videos that were shown on the stream today, and regardless if the videos that they chose were the best decision or not the best decisions, there's part of me that feels like there's a disconnect between the production company and through streamers and streaming and what Twitch is and what it's about. And so they pushed a lot of the same type of individual who made the same type of video and the same type of jump cut and, like, da-da-da-da-da, you know, like, a lot of really similarities in there. And so the disconnect in that doesn't have anything to do with Nick. It doesn't have anything to do with, you know, like, it being something that was, like, chosen against me or not chosen. Like, one, production saw my video and was just like, meh, which could be a reality of it. Or two, like, it literally wasn't seen, or they just picked the first fucking 50 that they looked at and were like, yeah, we're good with that. And didn't have any sort of like, oh, we go off of like the first submission or the first application, which is really crazy to me because you have to apply on the website. So wouldn't you like vet through the website rather than through maybe like the most looked at YouTube videos? Because even on those, you can tell people like botted them. Like people like have comments on there that are like very blatantly botted comments. Like, I don't know. So nothing happened to me. Like, I didn't get a submission video shown and people said no. Like, nothing actually really happened. It's just like I got excited and assumed, for lack of a better term, that like mine would be in, because like I guess there's just no understanding of how the videos were chosen and why or who or what, you know? So there's always next time, and there's always, you know, like, whatever. It's just, if the show is about a particular thing and you chose a bunch of people who don't exhibit the behaviors of that particular thing, then you're not really going to find a lot of good, healthy competition within that. And you want it to be like a good competition, and you want it to be fun, and you want it to like be all these things, you know? So it's just interesting is all I'm gonna say, you know? Thank you, PETA, I appreciate that. And even, you know, like, well, I said this in stream yesterday. I said even regardless if like I'm chosen or not, all that I can really say is that it got me into streaming again. And like going forward, I want to do like every day 3 hours at a certain time. I want to have like a cute little schedule. I want to do that because consistency is massively, massively important. Somebody, Bodhi's linking my art in Discord right now. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Let me show you. I don't know what oh, he's talking about his clothes. That's so funny. I need to clothes. And this is because somebody was like saying that he was a kite. They're not gonna get it. It's gonna look like I'm making fun of him, but I was making a joke off of somebody else making a joke. Somebody hearts it. That's so cute. Oh, it's lazy. Thank you, lazy. That's really funny. Anyway, I think I kind of lost my train of thought, but nevertheless, there's always next time, and there's always also just something to be thankful of. Is like I'm sitting here right now and I'm streaming, and that's cool. And if that's what the show's about, is to stream, and it doesn't matter if I'm streaming to 3 people, 5 people, or 500. Like, it's good enough for me. It's better than not doing it at all, you know? I'm just kind of bummed. Like, there was a person that submitted a video and he did not say an entire word in the whole entire video. And he was passed by, like, his bio that he wrote. So it's like, but again, I didn't get declined. I only just didn't get shown. But yeah. Man, I was really looking forward to that too. It really, really, really was. But we could do lots of stuff in the meantime, you know? I already Amazon Primed a leaf blower, and I am gonna transition this entire part of my room into a closet that I'll sit in for 7 days, and I'm actually gonna press a button 10 million times, not 9 million times. Production was probably interested in shock value over something to generate attention. Yeah. I could see how they might have, like, made a error in the judgment of that, you know. Apparently loud is funny. Yeah. I'm gonna... Well, I told Roman, I said, honestly, I think I just need to, you know, like, bust open an entire bag of flour in the kitchen and get us a leaf blower and put a camera on the leaf blower and just start, you know, leaf blowing my kitchen. What else do I need to do? Oh, I'm a tier 3 sub to Tectone now. I also downloaded Honkai Star Rail and have put in over $2,000 today alone in gacha games. I decided to fully invest all of my money into Funko Pops, so I'm hoping to see some residuals in that. But Loud is funny, it has its own community. Miz was close to touching that sun, and you know stuff happened, and that chance blew over. Ooh, hold on, let me reread that. Miz was close to touching that sun. You know, stuff happened, and that chance blew over. I could never. Well, so, like, I don't think I need to be a dancing monkey to be entertaining. I don't think I need to put myself in either dangerous or outrageous or, like, nonsensical situations to gain attention. I don't need to buy food and then throw it on the ground to gain attention and stuff like that, you know? So, like, you should have shamelessly name-dropped NMP's name. Yeah, I mean, I definitely should have made sure that I went to TwitchCon, took pictures, and met every OTK member, hung out with them, and then included that in my submission video, because part of my stream is taking pictures with OTK members. I don't know, I just think it's interesting to, like, it's just very, very, very interesting the amount of people that got accepted that are already, like, in a way affiliated with him, so to speak. For example, like, how many people needed to be in the guild for WoW for the guild to be able to be, like, enough members to be able to compete? Well, that's a lot of, well, there was like 4 or 5 OnlyFans members, people knowing streamers, partner streamers, people knowing Tectone, hanging out with Tectone, being on Tectone's stream. Even Oofy was on Tectone's stream, like, that morning. I don't think they showed her submission video, though. I saw her typing in chat. But the reality of it is, Lazy, is the name dropping can only take you so far. Your content is what needs you to bring you, like, to that, like, for lack of a better word, elevated level, to that level of retention. And there are a lot of really fun parts of being, like, funny and silly and self-deprecating and having, like, jokes or shticks or characters. Like, all that stuff is really fun. I'm not saying that you don't need to be that. I think that it would be really nice to have a variety of those things within the competition so that you could have a healthy competition, as opposed to, you know, in my head, when I picture what that golf tournament is going to be like, is going to be 25, I know it won't be that many people at the end, but we'll call it 10 people all, like, competing for, like, you know what I mean? And, like, all of them are doing it because that's all they do. Then, like, all the stream is gonna be is, like, a GTA stream when you have 17 people in fucking senior buns all using their voice at the exact same time, not hearing anything. Like, it's so overstimulating. You can't follow the jokes. Like, you gotta have people, like, give time and, like, little, like, boop-a-boops and back and forths and stuff like that, you know? main characters for fighting for main character time, you know? Like, could very easily end up being that way. And if you just have, out of the 30 people, 20 of them all like to scream into their microphone and throw their mouse at the wall and, you know, just do these really, like, is onomatopoeia the right word? Like, saying actions out loud, like loud action response sounds, as opposed to, like, being able to hold a conversation, you know what I mean? Like, even if you were on, like, Love or Host or something, at least the people, like, know how to, like, make jokes and have conversations and talk. Like, if it was someone's turn and the whole entire time they were just like not gonna make it work. So in my opinion, just having a little bit more variety would have been just something that could potentially bring the competition to be something that could be more competitive. Like, you might find someone who is a person like me, but put me with 10 other people and I might be like, wham bam, like, funny quote, funny joke, like, funny quip, funny reference from 7 years ago that only, like, 300 people are gonna get, as opposed to it being, like, just a lot of loud, audible stimulation that sometimes people don't like. I mean, like, in my opinion, when you see the Discord and people instantly, like, muting, that's really rough, you know? And if you only have content that's like that, it's just really hard. Like, I have people who, in my house, I have people who nap, I have people who, like, are normal, you know? And, like, you can't have that all the time. Even Nick and Milena and other OTK streamers aren't like that 24/7, you know? So I just think, like, there is a little bit of a disconnect in that, in production. And if you want like, clickbaity, like, instant, like, haha, that was funny, they're not gonna last very long. Like, it's not gonna go very far. There's only so much of that content that can be handled, you know? Oh, that's a bright light. Turn it down. Can anybody whistle blowing in? But, who knows? She already had her push with Oofy. There's just something so interesting about, like, a partnered 1K concurrent viewer streamer. Like, I guess maybe they just really want that person's viewers to come in. Yeah, right, PETA? Went to a couple of the People's Pass, and as soon as show ended, the numbers went from hundreds to the real. Yeah, so for example, the gal Jessica, she seemed pretty well liked. I'd gone to their channel, and she went from 590, and then 6 minutes later, she went to 153. So retention's yeah, you got to be able to hold the people, you know. Oh, Matt's here. Oh, cool. Okay. When the show ended, he was under 50. Right, yeah, I also observed that as well. You know, pre what looked like front page, because usually they get that little banner around it, and it's got, like, the little guest star people in the corner right here. Hold on. They're, like, over here for you. It's, like, and it's purple around it, and it's, you know what I'm talking about? It's like this new thing that shows that somebody's on the front page if they're in your following list. Pre that, they were at 68,000 people. No. It was 70-something thousand. Because I remember it went back down to 60. Even when they went on the front page. And then even as, like, every, like, 10 minutes that went by, it went down, like, 2,000 or 3,000 or something like that. You know, like, even people in the Discord were like, hey, at me when Cat's on, like, I'm done watching this and stuff. And so that's, like, one of those really hard things is, like, yeah, we get production, like, we get that it's super funny immediately, and we get that they're like, oh, wow, ha, look at that person, or what are they gonna do next, or what is this submission video gonna be like? But when you have 3 hours of that, exactly lazy, and that's not the reality of it. It's really not. Sorry, other people in the room talking, and then I always start listening, and it just doesn't have anything to do with me, and I can never make my ears go. Yes, people will get an influx of viewers, but how you keep them around and how much they're actually interested is more important. And I believe that a lot of people went to those channels just to see the reaction. And then, again, like we're saying, that's a live stream. If they're just sitting there crying, if they're sitting there just watching the show and not talking, if they're just sitting there and ignoring their chat, if they're just constantly having their alerts go off with audio because they don't know to mute them when they have that influx of individuals, all those things are really off-putting, and people aren't going to stick around for very long. And so, yeah, I get that, like, they went there for the reaction, but if your stream isn't something that can retain those people and you don't have the ability to talk because all you know how to do is edit 15 fucking TikTok videos in your life, then like nobody's gonna watch you stream you editing your videos. If they did, then Skrillex would be fucking famous because all he did was stream him trying to make music, but that's not entertaining to a lot of people. It's vigorous, it's got a lot of hours in it, it's got a replaying the same like ba-boom, 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 and then you go back 7 seconds and you only go ba-ba-ba-ba, you know, like there's a lot in it. The same as like the reason why I don't think that it's ever at all good for me to spend more than an hour, maybe 2, unless I'm being paid, on any sort of art that I do, because nobody is gonna sit there for 3 hours to watch me finish it. Nobody is gonna really like be there long enough to do it. You know? Is that a wall of markers? This right here? And yeah, we don't have to talk about it the whole time. It's just, I have a very analytical, yeah, okay, I'll show you. I have a very analytical side of things, and like, I also just find the whole entire thing to be really interesting. Like, it is not at all what I thought it was going to be. If I think of myself being side by side with those individuals and wanting to compete with those individuals and the type of energy and the content that they bring, I would find that to be very interesting. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? But again, not bagging on anybody, not trashing anybody. I know everybody's trying. You can't invent something out of the blue and have 100% of it be accepted by every individual. It's just an interesting situation, and when you don't know how things were chosen, then it kind of makes it hard to understand, and we just don't know how the videos were looked at, how they were chosen, how many were chosen. Who knows if they, like, say they had all 50 to look at, and then by the time they got to 30, they had filled up all their spots. Well, then, yeah, I guess those other 20 videos don't even get to be seen. And so, just kind of that process of not knowing how those gears work and stuff like that is just like, I really wonder how this is going on. And you know, like, Discord right now is being funny. Yeah, let me show you my markers. I'm gonna stand up to do this. Is it Coolio's first pappy right now? That's funny. I just see Nick looking for Oilers. Oh, my flux was on really high. I'm like, why is it so dark? It's not even that dark yet. Coolio's versus Pete. I have to use the restroom. Did you guys know that I made this? I made that. Isn't that cool? I feel like that's way more rewarding than being on the show. Did you think it was me? Thank you. Yeah, I did that. That's way more rewarding. You can use that as a credit. I thought that this would be, hold on, I don't know how to look at my own. Oh, look. I thought this would be kind of cute to use, but that's just me testing. I put some stuff in my channel just to test it. Like, that's the only reason why it's on my stream. But this could be like the little traveling emote, the little car driving. Driving, meow. And then you have the little car on the screen. Isn't that cute? We're traveling. Yeah, I'll make sure I say that in my next submission video. I made that in less than 24 hours, by the way. Not like I had a time thing, but Oro like messaged me and she's like, hey, I would like a commission from you for such and such streams. And I was like, I know on Monday they're driving somewhere, so I'm gonna get this done. And yeah, it was really good. Flex making a Rumble Club skin. I know, right? You know what's really funny? Is I have Fall Guys on my Twitter, and I saw them tweet. They were like, whose skin would you like to see in the Fall Guys game? And I'm like, oh, I wonder where you got that from. Oh, what a cute emote, Kim. That's One Piece? Is it? Oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Luffy. Ooh, I think I said the wrong thing, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Oh, Monkey D. Oh yeah, it is One Piece. Okay. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick and grab a beer, and then I will show you my markers. Not trying to stall, because I do love talking about art supplies. But I have had 150 fill-ups of this today, and I'm be ditch. I like your emotes. The Pingu emotes are my fave. No. That does no. You've been waiting for 1112 to be released for 2 weeks. Show your beer too, please. Oh, we can do, will do. So I'm in Oregon, and this is an Oregon brewery. They are called Pelican Brewing. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a knot. So I popped the part of this, and if you know about chugging, then you'll know why. And if you don't know why somebody does that, ask me in 14 seconds, because I will be back. Countdown, chat, 14, 13. It is Zelda's Lullaby. Oregon has a ton of wineries. We have so many. There's like fucking 15 alone in the place that I live. That's why, like, the next place that I want to work, currently not working, next place I want to work is going to have to be at a winery, because all the server jobs are trash now, and they make all the servers share tips, and I think it's the most garbage thing that you can do to a human being. Is the game you stopped playing after Twilight Princess? I've played almost every besides Twilight Princess. The only one I didn't play. All right. I know that one was really good. I mean, that one goes up there with, like, Ocarina of Time and... Ooh, Minish Cap was good, too. Oh yeah, so Pelican Brewing. I drink a double IPA. I like this beer. I think it's yummy. It's not super piney, which I don't mind, like a super piney IPA. I know, PETA. That's me. Yes, yes. But you just drink them like really slow over like a long period of time, you know? You don't spam drink them like you would a PBR and stuff like that. Hold on, I have to retie this. Because I can feel it being a little loose and it's not sitting right on my head. And I keep adjusting it. Yeah, I know, PETA. Each time you and I, like, talk and stuff, you and I... I'm not joking, you and I are very similar. And even if I haven't responded to, like, things that you've said, I've still read them. I probably have put a 100 sign on almost everything you've said as a react. But, like, you and I are very like-minded. Like, I could see us being friends. Stream the meetup. Can do, I have one of these. Look, I'm extra Emily. Let's go live, baby! I could be like, hey chat, we're here today, and I've got PETA with me. Everyone say hi to PETA. And then when the camera looks at you and be like, hi PETA. You've never been to Oregon? Where are you, by the way? You can, even if you don't want to say, you could just say like, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Some people care, I don't. Indiana? I don't think I've been to any. I know for a fact I've not been to Indiana, but I've been to a lot of states. Where the fuck is Indiana? And don't clip that. I actually am really, really, really... You guys are neighbors. Oh, it's near Illinois. Hold on, let me look. Oh, that's why I haven't been there. Okay, let me show you guys just because... Oh, good job, camera. Okay. Oops. Okay. So, I have been to every state in this red circle. And when I lived here in Wisconsin, we drove down through Chicago, through Illinois, all the way this way to Oklahoma. So that's the only reason why I've been, like, down that line right there, but I've never been this way, and so that can make sense. So, like, I was really close to Indiana. I used to actually live, like, right here. I used to live in Madison. And then all the states I've lived in. Oh. Would be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and Colorado. But I've moved multiple times in all of these. Now into Madison, yeah, I fucking hate it there. Fucking, it can sink into the water and I wouldn't care. I fucking hate that part of the country. The only parts that I've had problems with anybody, and I'm not a person that has problems with literally anybody in the world, is the Midwest. Nobody treated anybody nicely at all in any aspect of any situation that I was in when I was in the Midwest. I drastically didn't like it. Like, Oregon and Colorado are really similar. They call, like, Denver and Portland sister cities, and they're very similar, and I felt that way when I went there. Like, I'm the type of person that can go, I'm not kidding, I could walk in, stand in a Chipotle line, and by the end of being in line, I'm either sitting with somebody and we're having lunch, or like we've made friends or made plans. Like, I'm just that kind of person. Minnesota? Oh, I also lived in Minnesota. I lived in Des Moines, or not Des Moines. I always say Des Moines because it's Iowa, but it's it's 2 words and one has D at the beginning. I'm one of those people that like is pictures. I'm not, you know. So, the only time that when I was in Wisconsin was the only time that I was like not at all making friends with people and having those types of interactions. In Oregon, I don't care who you are. Every person is fucking awesome everywhere you go. Even when people move here and they're not from here and they're like, "Oh, I've been here for like 2 or 3 years." They like adapt to like the Oregonian West Coast kind of like all-inclusive, like, what is this fucking lighting? So dark here, so light here. What am I in a Batman movie? What's that Two-Face guy? Originally from New York. Oh, that's really nice, Lazy. That's really, really, really nice. It's one of those, like, really difficult things about growing up and growing older, and, like, a lot of your grandparents have time for you then, you know? And so, unfortunately, when it's their time, they need just as much support at that age as they were when they were out there babysitting you while your parents could go have dinner and not lose their minds, you know, so... You're also from New York? Holy moly, you guys are both like... Kinda similar. Similar? It's kinda similar. I wonder if I can fix this lighting somehow, or if I just don't care. Nothing like having natural lighting and then the sun going down, but I did wait really, 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 really long time to stream. Lazy, what were we talking about New York about the last time you were here? Was it food? So basically, for those of you that don't know, this is super silly. Really old, like, college information, not that I went. But with your beer, it's because I used to go to house parties. If you take this little part and you push in it, it pops in like super, super easy. And the way I always tell my beer is mine is because I always turn the cap to the left and I always like pop it right here. But what happens is it creates this flow so that the liquid doesn't come up and bubble right here. So when you're drinking it, it actually like flows out more smoothly as opposed to going boop, boop, boop as it collects like the air bubble inside. So it just makes for like a smoother way of drinking. I'm kind of happy you did so. I'm kind of happy you did so you can watch you. Oh, so I can watch you. Okay. Hi, Crick. Hi, how are you? Guys, Crick's here. Crick got to build her own house yesterday, and long fingernails going down to here because they're so long. Crick's queen, and Crick was like, "Girl, this ain't nothing. I got my LA house. I'm a baller. I got a fat baller house. I want people to see." So Crick got a whole ass mansion, while other people just got a house. Well deserved though. I'll connect this to my PC in a second, but I still once again have to show my markers. So here are the houses, and basically you get to design whatever house you want, and you get to pick what color you want, and you get to pick which grid, kind of like battleship, that you want. So here's the first house. Very reasonable, going backwards and working. This is Shetburb's house. You guys know Shetburb? They picked a smoky chimney and slate gray for the top. And then next was capital C. Hi, Coastal. Thanks for being here. We can work on these two. Capital C wanted a purple house like Prince. They wanted their own boat on the lake so their gecko could go in the boat. And then they wanted a garden. I planted the vegetables for them. And then, like, unfortunately, they have a whole bunch of leaves in their gutter. But there was no tree, so then they said, you need to put a big-ass tree in there. So I put a big tree, because they have some dirty gutters, but they have this and they have a boat. Purple rain. Purple rain. And then, it's funny, I only think of chocolate rain. I just sang chocolate rain instead of, like, the purple rain. Okay, so this is my house. I have a cat with a water dish and a paint bucket because I was painting the other purple house. And my windows are color palettes. And my other window is a big giant canvas that people draw on, but it's actually a window. And my chimney is a paintbrush. And my door is a question mark. Oh wait, Coastal, I totally just like sped read your thing. Coastal most certainly picked their own color. And HOA came in and swooped up and nailed a giant notice on the front of the door that says, hey, we've been having a town hall community weekly meeting about the color of your house and you've not yet changed it. So they put a big obnoxious orange notice on the front of his Hobbit door. And that's the embarrassment that he gets. Okay, there's more. But wait, there's more. I'm glad I streamed. I feel better. And then up here, this is, oh my god, shut up. Warlock's. This is Warlock's house. Warlock is actually the first person. Hold on, I'm going to say this because it's really cute. Warlock's is the very first sale that I ever made on my Etsy. And I broke 500 sales like 2 days ago or 3 or 4 days ago. And so it's really interesting to like see you try something and then, ooh, I don't have any issues with my bitrate, I don't think. I'm at 2700 with 0 dropped frames, so I wondered. What's it called when you go into settings? The source? The bitrate, the code, the change the source to lower? Weird. Crick wasn't having the issue yesterday when she was watching stream. She was perfectly fine. Anyways, Coastal, I read Coastal. Anyways, Crick, I'll boost you up. So, this is Warlock's house, and Warlock's wanted eggplant purple, because the first thing he ever bought for me was a punch needle egg, which I will show you, and it's super cute. And so he has, no, I just realized the clipping mask for this is broken, so I will fix that. I will have to fix that. So they have their solar panel on their roof is a solar panel, but it's an egg. And then the only one window that they have this window, but it's this is a window and it's a controller. And then the solar panel wires go down through the window to the controller. And then they also have chosen an Among Us door. I hit the mic, sorry. Wait, show the blue part of the Among Us door, it's funny. Anyway. My browser does this all the time. Oh my god, please don't tell me you're using Edge or something. Yeah, I'm at 2651. Oh, Opera? That's so weird. I'm sorry, Crick. Maybe you're having like a little bit of throttling issues with your internet, but I hope that you can watch. I wanted to show off your house. Okay, so then that's Warlock's house, and then look at this. So out of all the houses, loading. Uno momento, s'il te plaît. Oops, I hit right again. Every time I want to click that, I click the wrong fucking thing. 1 second. Microsoft Edge about to put me on the bed. Are you back? We're back. Sorry that was happening. Well, don't worry, you didn't miss anything. We are... showing your house really quick on stream. Here we go. Okay, so here are all the houses. Oh, don't say you're ugly. No, Crick is a beautiful human being. Crick is a lot prettier than they realize. This is called a bandana. These are also called a bandana. Like this, you know? And people wear them like that. So these are just a crochet one, and I made it. Thank you. I have a pair of sweatpants. These are my sweatpants, and they're the pants that I wear every day of my life, and like they're just my favorite thing in the whole world. And so the color is kind of similar. I guess they're a little faded. But I like that color a lot. But yeah, I made all these. So this one is really nice. This one's made out of like the softest yarn you've ever seen or felt. And then another one, similar color but not the same. I have a friend who has like a total cottagecore vibe, and I'm sending these to her. This is the first one I made. This is like my favorite. I love like a mustardy. Hi Chris, how are you doing? I love like a good mustardy, like kind of burnt mustardy yellow. It's like my favorite. Balances out my light hair. If you want one, Crick, I will make one and mail it to you. And then we have green. And the other thing that's super cute is you can wear them as like, I used to do this for like 5 years. Well, when I was in high school and I was skinny enough, I used to tie a bandana around my waist and use it as a belt. And then as I was like growing up and older, I used to wear a bandana around my neck every day. Not tying it, but you get it. You could like have a little neck bandana too. Oh yeah, Crick, I'll totally send you one. Pick a color. And if you need me to show you my entire yarn selection, I will. And then this one, which is more of like a winey merlot-y color, which I think is really pretty. You love this color? Well, good news. Good news, everyone. Look how gigantic the yarn ball is for it. As opposed to a regular sized yarn ball. Yeah, we'll make one for you for this. But yeah, very, very, very large. So I have a lot. So yes, I'd love to. We can all have matching ones. So I made these blankets. Look how big the skeins of yarn are for these big, giant, fluffy blankets. I'll tell you. I'll show you. I made that. This This one's the best. It's like fluffy clouds. Look at those. Look at that cloud. What do you use on your hair? Because it looks so healthy. Mine looks like shit. I will tell you, because I'd love to tell you. Look how pretty. It's like the softest thing in the entire world. Hold on, we're stuck. Okay. No, it's not itchy. Look at how big this is. So like, regular skein of yarn, blanket skein of yarn. His emotes are so good. I love his emotes. But yeah, one of these makes one of those whole blankets down there. The other thing that I like to make are these cute little bonnets. They're so cozy and warm in the winter. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that so cute? Nice and warm. They're even better when you wear a beanie, but so mind you, I'm putting this all over my already thing, so it's gonna look like a lot. So if you have like one of your traditional like kind of skater beanies or whatever, and then you look a little less like I'm warm and fashionable and cute. Oh, my cat's home. Hi, Gus. Isn't that cute? This one's more like a hood. They remind me of like a Link beanie or something. But you can like pull it forward and it's still pretty cute. But if you want to see beanies... Hon, he just came in.
What?
He just came in.
Oh, well, he's on the move.
I pulled the wrong thing off my head. Hold on, let me fix it. Crick, to answer your question, I know nobody actually is gonna like this answer, and I'm sorry, but if you give yourself patience and time, you can train your hair. Also, don't look at this. I'm dyeing it later. I've been very lazy about it, so don't actually look. Patience? I know, right? So, I know everybody in the world is like, I can't go 1 day without washing my hair. I can't go 2 days without washing my hair. If I go 3 days without washing my hair, it's gross. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? So, you have to train your hair. Yes, PETA, take the words right out of my mouth. My long-lost twin that I've never met who actually says everything identical to me. I wash my hair once a week. I also use zero heat on my hair. No, you're not supposed to wash your hair daily. Twice a week now is perfect. That's perfect. Twice a week is better than every day. It's better than every other day. Even 2 times a week, you're fucking sitting pretty. You're doing great already. However, Lazy, I do want to point out that the way that females take care of their hair, depending on the type of lifestyle that they live, can be different than a regular, everyday other human or male. If you are a male who is, if you are any individual who is active, who sweats a lot, who does sports, then fuck yeah, I understand. You're at least, like, it's not that I don't shower. I shower every day. But I don't put cleaning product in my hair. Like, I personally don't get my hair wet at all. But, like, you could still rinse your hair and not put shampoo and shit in it, but, like, still get your sweat out because, like, you're obviously an active person and nobody just walks around with, like, sweaty, gross, wet hair. Like, you know, like, nobody's doing that. We get it. And I'm saying this, like, any guy or female would get that, like, it's not going to be possible for everyone. But if you want to train your hair and you want to have it a certain style in a certain way. Hi, Eve. How are you? Hi. I hope you're well. I miss you. I don't exercise, so I don't have that problem. Currently. I'm praying to lose my hair and become bald. So, you know, it's a lot easier maintenance, and I think a lot of people, too many people care about a bald head. I think a bald head could be hot as fuck. Like, I hope you're doing well, Eve. There was something I saw you playing recently. What were you playing? And I was excited. Oh, you got into Supermarket Sim, and I am super in love with Supermarket Sim. I hope you're having fun. You have a lot of hair, you're about to chop it off. In general, individuals with children, especially as the children are in certain age groups, they do because it's a nuisance. They pull on it. It gets spit up in it. It gets like all the, you know, if, ands, or buts. So like generally individuals with children do just kind of chop it all off. It's going to grow back anyway, you know. And you'll probably will tonight. Oh my god, it's so awesome. There's like a bunch of us that are in this Discord that I'm in and we all really like playing it. Supermarket Sim is like a really, really fun game. If you like that, by the way, there's a game called Chef Kebab Restaurant Simulator, and it is very similar in like the UI and the town that you're in, and the shopping thing and the unboxing thing, but then you also get to like make meals, and there's a prelude to it which is free, and it can be like a couple hours long, however long you want to make the days and stuff, but it's not free. Like, well, I think it's only like $14 or something like that, but that game has been up there, if not better than Supermarket Sim in my opinion. But you want to buy it, the kebab one or Restaurant Sim? I should just buy it for you, Crick. It's so much fun. But let me finish really quick, Crick. I have a couple things I do. One, don't wash your hair, blah, 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 blah. So I'm at once a week right now. Two, I don't use any heat on my hair. So I never blow dry my hair. I always let it air dry. If I really, really, really have to, which probably happens like once a year, but I always just plan out when I wash my hair is like, yeah, I'll use it, but I'll use it on low heat and then cool. But like never ever use heat. If I am curling or straightening my hair, I let myself do that one time. I know that I'm really lucky, and I also use like a freeze hairspray, and basically like say I curl my hair, depending on how I curl it, it almost lasts like 4 days. And even when it gets like that messy, like half curled, half not curled, like you just throw it up in a cute bun or space buns and you can still make a hairstyle out of it. So like not using products like straightening and curling every day. Like at some point you have to get over, my hair was straight yesterday, I'm bored, I'm gonna curl it today. And then people go halfway through curling it and they're like, I don't like this, and then they straighten it. Like, please don't do that to yourself. And then I never ever brush my hair when it's wet, ever. And the reason for that is just particular to me having bleach hair, and I personally use box bleach. I use fucking $11 box bleach on my hair. I have for fucking over 15 years. And then I just tone it to like this white color. But I don't ever brush my hair when it's wet because your hair's very elasticy when it's wet, especially if you have bleached hair. So you have to just mind that you don't ever brush it when it's wet. I know you gotta kind of look like weird and gross at sometimes, but I never ever wash my hair when it's wet. Or, excuse me, wash my hair when it's wet. Brush my hair when it's wet. I always let it air dry. And then even though I know it's gonna have like, keep wanting to say kinks. What's it called when you go like this and it's not? Tangles? You always just take your hair. And if you don't know, you always brush your hair from the bottom to the top. So like if I have Why do I keep saying crinkles in my head? If I have tangles all the way through my hair, there's no reason to take a tangle from up here and smush it down into the rest of them. You always want to like start at the bottom. So I start all the way down here and I go like this, and then you go up a little bit more, and then you go like this, and you go up a little bit more, and you go like this. Yeah. Thank you. I know it's obvious, Crick, but some of these things people do, and I'm like, you are ripping your hair out of your face. Last thing that I'll touch on the topic is I do not use any elastics in my hair whatsoever. Not unless I have to do some sort of like maybe cute space bun book or something like that. But even if I do anything with like braids or like tiny elastics, I always cut them out of my hair. I never pull them out of my hair. So majority of the time I just take a clip, and you just got to get fancy with the different ways you wear a clip. Wear it like this, you know, and just have it right here. I'm a fan of tilting my entire head forward and just letting my hair sit on a giant bun on the top of my head. But like, again, these are times where it's like, hey, I'm not out in public, I don't have a job I'm going to, like, you obviously want to do things, but, and like, I guess if you're going running, a clip would be really uncomfortable, but like, those are my few things. It's like, I don't use hair ties at all in my hair. I have them, and even if you have to, use these cute little guys. They aren't made out of like real elastic. They're made out of like a nylon kind of neoprene guy that like turns into a stretchy guy. This one's like a super thick one. But those traditional ones, even this, like this, I won't use anymore in my hair. So fall asleep with your hair tied. Yeah, a lot of people get breakage in this whole entire area because they're constantly like throwing their hair up like that. Eve has long ass hair like me, so she knows what I'm talking about. Okay, you also don't blow dry. See, Crick, I think you're just too hard on yourself. I think you probably like, have beautiful hair. Good night, Peta. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for showing up and hanging out. It'll dry weird if you don't brush it. That's when I usually just style it in a way afterwards. But also, like, again, like, I know you have brown hair and you have almost 100% natural hair. You did the really pretty, by the way, Eve. I love, love, love the blonde you did in the front, but it thinned out, so you think you need to cut it? Oh. Do you take, like, biotin or hair, skin, and nails, or, like, kind of any of those things? Those are some of the things that I've found that have kind of helped people. I'm sorry. Ugh. That's crazy. I wonder what it is. I wonder if it's like genetic or food or diet or stress or something. But like, I don't think I remember you having rather thin hair, you know? So it's kind of interesting. Just as it's going, it's thin. I have like horse hair. I have like thick horse hair. So I'm very lucky with that. But at the same time, it's so fucking heavy. Like when it's long, I had to thin out like a whole bunch of it and like use these thinning scissors and stuff to like cut all this bullshit in it. Because actually it's actually grown quite a bit since I've done that, now that I'm looking at it. I think this is my shortest one, and that's all not even that short. But yeah, I've had to thin mine out. You still have very beautiful hair, Eve, no matter what. And even if you cut it shoulder length, like you've done some of those wigs and it's super pretty, so. By the way, Crick, I'm going to tell you something, and I was going to say this to you that one time that you said this, and I don't care what anybody says, but I'm going to say this to you. Because I have to tell myself this every day of my life, okay? And I find you to be an incredibly kind person, and you're really funny, and I like your personality, and you're awesome. But the one thing I have to say is, think of all the things that you say to yourself about yourself. And then think if you had somebody next to you. Would you ever say those words to that person, ever? And the answer is probably no. So if you would never say those things to somebody else, why would you ever say them to yourself? So you really have to remember, like, the way that you talk about yourself and to yourself in your head is drastically going to shape the way that you feel about yourself. And I've been hard on myself my entire life. I've hated everything about, like, my body, my weight, my hair, my teeth, my nose, everything, like, all that stuff, you know? even when I'm like, oh, you're not doing well, or you're not doing good enough, or like this, that, and the other thing, like nobody's ever coming up to me and being like, wow, at me. Like 100% of the negativity of myself that I feel is based off of my own opinion on myself. Generally, when you're comparing yourself to other people, which is never a good idea. So the one thing I try to adapt is if I look in the mirror and I'm like, ugh, look at that. If I had a friend next to me and I looked at her, I would never, ever in my ever in my life say those words to that person. So why would I say them to myself? So it'll change a lot once you remember, like, you're just you and you're your own best friend and you're the only person in your body and, like, you're the only person that's going to care about you as much as you care about yourself. So at least care about yourself enough not to be mean to yourself in your head, you know? Yeah, Crick, nobody notices, like, half the things that I fucking care about. And if they did, go fuck yourself. Because, like, honestly, first of all, if you have even 1 minute, 30 seconds, or 10 seconds to bitch about something that I'm doing, wearing, liking, interested in, talking about, look at my teeth. Do you think I give a fuck if you care about how my bottom teeth look? Then you don't, if you have time to care about what somebody else is doing, then you are doing the wrong thing, because you need to be spending all that time caring about yourself. I don't have a fucking inkling of time for me to judge another person, because I spend all that time on myself. You know what I mean? You're your own best friend. You're your own person that's gonna change. Yeah, you think I give a fuck? Like, no. And if I did, I would change it, but I don't. And also, it would be really weird if someone was like, I don't like Catlista because her 4 bottom teeth are crooked. Oh, okay, well, that shows a lot of substance in how you aren't anything to care about, you know? I don't give a fuck. You know, like, obviously care about yourself and take care of yourself and hygiene and maybe, like, doing something cute for yourself and da-da-da-da-da. But, like, 1, we're not 100% all the time. 2, we have periods and we feel fucking crazy almost fucking 2 weeks out of the month anyway. 3, when you grow up and you get older, your body's gonna change. And, you know, there were some parts of me that was like, I'm not as skinny as I used to be. Well, you know what? I was a fucking child. And why do I want to look like a child when I'm 33? I don't. I have a body. I'm a human being. And I feed my vessel whatever which way I want. It might not be the best right now, but the last thing that I need is to shit talk myself and then have other people dogpile on me for it. Like, pow, I'm stronger than that. Just the same as somebody's like, wow, you got a big nose. I'm like, you think I haven't said worse things about myself in my head? Like, bah, ha, ha, ha. Like, bleh. Ha, ha, ha. You think you could hurt me with that? That's why I think it's funny. Like, it's cute. Like, when Nick does those, like, chin-up things, and he's, like, close to the camera, and he's got double chin, you see, like, all that, like, bitch, what, I got a patchy beard? That's the worst thing you're gonna say about me? I have said much worse things about me, and I know myself way better than you, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings. The only person that can hurt my feelings is myself, and I do it every day of my life, and I don't want to anymore, because I would never say that to someone else, and if you wouldn't say it to someone else, don't say it to yourself. And that's all I have to say. Love you. Yeah, I don't like it either. Even for me, like, drawing him with, like, a crooked hairline and stuff is, like, funny, but even for me, I'm like, that's kind of hurtful in my opinion. I don't like targeting that or, like, picking on that or, like, putting that out there in the world, you know? Like, there's just things that aren't, you know, but also at the same time, like, I can't let it hurt me. There's no way you can, not unless you let it. And, like, I don't know these people. I don't know, those people don't know him. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what his life is like. So, like, picking the most easy thing in the world is, like, almost the most dumb thing you could pick. Like, I used to always get picked on for my nose and, like, a bunch of things. And I'm like, okay, look, ha ha ha, funny, I have a shark fin on my nose. Like, dun 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 dun. Okay, cool. Like, let's move on. I don't think it's funny. I've never, hi Soul Rebel, how are you? Never thought fat comments, body weight, ugly, none of that's funny. Even the what faces at the beginning of stream. I think that he does a good job at making it funny and playing off of it, but, like, it's just something that's not my type of, to humor to put in there. Now he's skinny and looks good. And the nice thing is you're always that person underneath that. Like, you never know. I hurt my ankle and I gained, like, the most weight I've ever gained in my life. But I don't think I want anybody being like, oh, look at Kat, she got fat. And it's like, bitch, I can't walk. Of course I got overweight. I didn't walk for 14 fucking months, you know? But, yeah. Just, mind the things that you say, and if you're going this too much negative in your mind talks, then try to at least balance it out. Yeah, it's too easy, you know? It'd be funnier to make a joke that's like just more witty and something that's more substantial and, like, you know, and for it to at least be funny, you know? You can't call that joking if it's not funny, not if nobody's laughing. It's just called hatred and shit. But yeah, anyway, that's what I wanted to say to you, Crick. I just don't think I could have typed it. People can be mean as fuck. The reality is, like, you could be a chubby individual based off of, like, how you feel about yourself, your lifestyle, the environment that you live, your physical abilities and stuff like that, but even if you are, like, a chubbier person, you're supposed to be loved just as much as everybody else. And the person that I am right now isn't the person I'm gonna be in a year. The person that you were 4 or 5 years ago isn't gonna be the exact person that you're gonna be later. You know, you should always be willing to change your mind. And when push comes to shove, if you actually wanted to make a difference in the way that your body looked, then you would. And if you are okay with it, then that's fine too. But there's not anything really too bad about being a chubby person. Also, some people look better that way. Like, some people just kind of, like, it fits them. They just, I don't know. There's a lot of, 1, don't compare yourself to others. 2, appreciate who you are. 3, feed your vessel. Which is your body, like, as a vessel, as something that you are, like, I don't know, people call it a temple. I don't feed my vessel very well. I like having beer and eating shit, and I don't work out currently. Do I think I'm going to be like that in 12 months? No. Do I think I'm going to be that 4 years? No. Am I? If I am, sure, fine, whatever. I've been like that. Fine. You know? I call them pizza pillows, Crick, and I mix ranch and sriracha together, and I sauce that shit up, and I be scooping that saucy shit with my pizza pillows. Yeah, because they look like little pillows. It's like if a Barbie needed a pillow and she didn't have one, you would just put a pizza pillow under the Barbie's head because it would fit perfectly, because it's a tiny pillow. It's called Get a Life. Oh no, Crick, I think that you're deserving of everything. I love it too. I love calling it, like, yeah, pizza pillows. Can I have 5 pizza pillows, please? But really though, Soul Rebel, I'm pretty sure that's Sam. Just don't be too hard on yourself, because it's harder to make a change when you're down than it is when you're up. And I don't care if you do 2 push-ups a day, it was more than yesterday, you know? So just, if you want to start doing something, the first part about starting is just changing the way that you view yourself and how you talk to yourself. And then again, like, just try to say it in your head. If you're sitting there and you're, like, doing one of these, you know, and you're talking shit, just be like, would I say that to someone else? No, never. And then just be like, okay, like, let's maybe not try to say that to ourselves. And it's gonna take years and years and years of it. I mean, I'm not even fucking good at it. But at least, step 1. Only you are in charge of how you feel. She's playing Tetris. Oh, fuck yeah, get it, girl. Oh my god, there's so many people in there. Holy shit, there's so many people in there. I'm gonna watch. Is she absolutely cracked? That's so cool. I'm happy for her. Wait, is she on the left or the right? Winner. Hold on, I'm gonna try and watch this while I keep streaming. I definitely am my biggest bully. I've been like the longest time. It's been like that for the longest time, my dude. Last year was brutal for me, but I've been learning, trying to get better, especially mentally. I mean, it really just starts there. It really, really, really does. Because, to be quite honest, generally, most individuals that exhibit an outer appearance in a particular way are generally all up here and just don't know how to work on it or figure it out. I am right there with you. Where's Milena? Milena is in a Discord streaming her playing Tetris. So, like, okay, I'm gonna put it this way, but it's gonna be like a really, 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 really drastic example, but it's just something that I've recognized and I think is, like, kind of, a somewhat eye-opener, I guess, but I also hope that this can be conveyed in the proper way and not in, like, a demeaning way or a bad way or a poor way or anything. So, let's get heavy, like we usually do. So there's a show called My 600-Pound Life, and it has individuals who are at a drastic weight such that they're at a point of probably dying due to their lifestyle choices that they're making. In majority of those individuals that have been on that show, the steps that they have to usually take, majority of the steps that they have, the step that majority of the individuals have to take is they have to go to therapy. And a very large percentage of those individuals that go to therapy bring up that they have had something happen in their past that they unknowingly have resulted in the condition that they're in now. Meaning, trigger warning, a lot of them have suffered sexual assault at a young age, especially as a kid. The other have been subjected to physical harm either through people in their family or from people that they trust. And we'll just stick with those two examples. When those individuals are able to identify parts of the reasons why their life has gone in the direction that it has is because they were let down at a very young age where they needed to not be let down and they needed to be supported, especially with sexual assault with children and younger individuals. It's one of the most damaging things that can happen to a person. And with these people, they want to eat their feelings and eat their life and eat the pain goes away when they're eating because they're getting pleasure out of something, but majority of the time they feel like complete shit afterwards. And I would probably feel like shit too if I consumed as much food as they do, and you also just don't feel good, and it's usually fast food, so inherently it doesn't make you feel good, you know? And so when you go out in the world and you observe people, say you go to Disneyland and you just see everybody just trying to have fun, you know? Nobody wants to go to Disneyland as like a larger individual and then be like unable to be on a ride because that's embarrassing to them and stuff, you know? So like, say you're at Universal Studios or Disneyland and you just see every person of all sizes. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't always have to be about overeating. There are a lot of anorexic, bulimic, skinny individuals who have also faced and dealt with the same thing. I was extremely bullied by my weight through school, and in turn made my situation much worse. And then also, like I think Crick has mentioned, like you also suffer from BD, body dysmorphia. I have my entire life. When I look in the mirror, it is not at all the human being that actually exists in the world, and there's something really weird that my mind can trick me in a way where I see myself this way and I look in a mirror and then I see like a picture of me and then I'm like, oh. But mine, I'm like, you know, and that's just, you know, so when you observe a lot of people out in public, the last thing that you need to do is to be rude to a person who is exhibiting very, very, very obvious signs of mental instability, mental issues, mental distrust, mental whatever you want to call it. And they are the people who are crying out the most in the world. And you could see that they're crying out because they are at an excessive weight or something that is just literally fucking uncomfortable. I went up in weight about 20 pounds when I hurt my ankle, and my entire life changed. All my clothes, I had to get new ones. Sleeping sucked. My chest got bigger. I fucking hate it. It's really inconvenient. Running sucks. Wearing clothes sucks. All my outfits suck. Wearing a bra like hurts really bad right here on the center of my chest. Just like my thighs, when I like curl up in a ball, they weigh more, so they push more on my body. Like everything became like massively more uncomfortable. And then when you're in that constant uncomfort, you feel really down, and when you feel down, you don't want to fucking work out, and you also don't want to work out around a bunch of people, you know, and you also don't want to work out in your house because maybe it's loud or whatever the thing is. So like, the people who need the help the most and the most support are the ones that are exhibiting those substantial identifiers in life, either being very skinny or very overweight, or maybe, you know, like, you could even get down to like an alcoholic trading that type of addiction to being addicted to working out. You know, some people work out too much, and they could work out too much and not eat enough, and they might look healthy, but in reality, like, so anyways, point of what I'm saying is, it's really hard to take care of your outside when your inside isn't very good. And so when we work on our inside and the reason why we're there and why we're making those actions, and in general, it becomes like these steps that kind of get weight lifted off of you and make you feel more capable of maybe walking down to the mailbox and back. Oh, I'm going to go twice now. Oh, I'm gonna get a bike. Like, you don't have to do many things. Like, you could even just buy weights, and you're like, okay, every time, like, even if you want to be like insane, every time I talk shit about myself, I have to do 10 reps. That's kind of a really negative way to do it. But, you know, so like, you're not gonna want to do it unless you're better in other parts. And so try to work on like your brain and like how you talk about yourself and how you feel about yourself and how you view yourself and how you talk to other people about yourself. And all of those things help drastically in having the ability to make a change. It's not linear. It doesn't happen overnight. If you do a crash diet in 3 months, you're probably going to go backwards because you didn't really work on the things that you needed to. So, you know, just try and work on the things you need to in your brain. Try and ask yourself, why am I so hateful and mean in my head? Try and talk to kind of catch yourself, be accountable on the ways that you do things, and you'll find that things are going to be a lot easier for you to handle as you go forward, because that shit's fucking tough. And also not doing it alone. That's why a lot of people suggest going to therapy or trying to find somebody within the credentials that can handle someone talking about these things. And then there's also people who don't even know that something's happened to them, and when they go to therapy, they kind of unravel and find out like, oh, I really did have something traumatic happen when I was a kid, and I've literally blocked it out of my life, and it's been 15, 20 years, and now I'm like, oh shit, I remember I was at that person's house and this really weird thing happened. I thought that was just being a kid, but then you grow up and you realize like somebody actually like mistrusted you and stuff, you know? So, not mistrusted you, like betrayed you. You did, they you know what I mean? So sometimes we don't know why we are the way we are, but the last thing we need to do is be the only person in our head bitching to ourselves about ourselves in our head. Like, that just sucks. It just sucks. You don't need to do that. We love you. I try to ask my boyfriend to do stuff with me to improve so that we can both motivate each other. It is a lot easier. I call them accountability buddies. Accountability buddy. Those things are always really helpful, really nice. Sometimes, depending on your change versus your partner's change, aren't going to be the same. But you could at least try to implement those things together, you know? My husband has been going to the gym every weekday, and I'm really excited for him because he goes there and he just started out with running. And then after like 3 weeks, he's like, oh yeah, I'm lifting weights and I'm running. And you're like, hey, good for you. Like, good for trying. And he was like, oh, and I went there and I ran into so-and-so. And then he went to like so-and-so. And then we went out to lunch because I saw them. And I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, you wouldn't have had that opportunity if you didn't. Even if people can't afford going to a gym, like, just do it in your room, do it on your bed, do any of it, you know, get your breath working. But having accountability is also really nice. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, good job, everyone. Tracking progress really helps too, even if it's a little bit. Something really fun about being like, oh, I used to not be able to do this much, but now I can, you know? Same with drawing. I always like used to throw away all my drawings and rip them out of my sketchbook and burn them and stuff, and I'm like really bummed that past me did that because I can't see what I used to do. And almost everything that like I do work on, even if it's a doodle or not, 3 months later when I look at it, I'm usually like, oh, that's really cute. I shouldn't have been so hard on myself for that. Like, that's actually pretty fun or pretty cute. Or at least I drew, you know? What are you wedding? Are you wedding that I used to throw away all my art? It's only been 2 years out of 6 or 7 that I haven't thrown 100. Yeah, throwing away and burning it. Yeah, I used to, like, I can show you. I wonder where this one is. I think it's right here. Oh, he's not right there. But yeah, I have entire sketchbooks where it's literally only the front and the back, and every page is ripped out the center, and I would just throw it in the fireplace. Even like instantly after I worked on it, which is so sad because like if I look at like this is a really dumb example, but once upon a time I drew these like pencils and stuff, and I drew this silly little mushroom. Like, here's some just little doodle ducks, right? Little doodles. Past me, you would throw that and rip it up. Okay, so this is just a page of a bunch of pencils. I really like number 2 pencils, pink erasers. I don't know, I just fucking love it. Like, I just love it. These are just a bunch of pencil doodles. See this little guy right here? You see that little mushy? He's just a silly mushy. He doesn't even have all of his little white circles and doots and doodles, right? You love them, don't you? Hold on, let me see if I'm subbed. Oh, I am. Okay, hold on, let me let it load. We're loading. Please. Okay, we're trying over here. Here we go. So one of Alinity's mods saw this little shroomy mushroom on my stream, took a screen cap of me doing that, and they loved it so much they made it one of her emotes. And people just spam this emote random times. Like, I'll be in a stream and like there will be randomly my mushy emote in somebody's fucking chat. And like, it's very simple. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but one person liked it. And that person liked it enough that they put it in a partnered streamer's channel, and people use it unironically in their channels. And like, past me would have never fucking thought that this stupid little doodle page would have that. But like, that's why a lot of the art I like to make, like, there's an overabundance of it, is because it's not entirely for me to like. It's just for me to put out there because there are thousands of people that could see it, even hundreds, even dozens, and one person might like it, and they might be like, oh my god, that's my cute little shroomy, I love him, and they're like, oh, look at me, I put it in my little thing every day. With those little faces. Yeah, I do too. Let me introduce you to Abby Toads, my absolute all-time favorite artist in the entire world, next to Felicia Chow. And I've never been a person that's like, I love artists and this is my favorite. But I found them and I wanted to support them, so I did. She's my favorite in the whole world. Okay, love mushrooms too. So here, I can't take it off my wall, but this is Felicia Chow, and this is Abby Toads, and she used to start out drawing toads, frogs, little toadies. She started drawing all of these, and I got this blanket, and it's the cutest thing in the world. You got an ink cap, and the Amaretta blah da 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 da, the standard white yellow. There's a chanterelle, and all the things, right? Isn't that the cutest thing in the world? It's the cutest thing in the world. So one day she just was like, I want to learn about mycology. So she just started drawing all these mushrooms, and then she just started putting these little doodle faces on them, and people really liked them. And like, I'm not joking, I watched this girl go from 1,600 followers on Instagram with very few amounts of posts, and let me tell you what she's at now. She's at 1 million followers now. So, and that was just because she went from drawing toads to trying to learn about mycology, and she just kept drawing stuff and kept drawing it. So then she drew one mushroom. She's like, okay, I learned about this one. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to learn about death cap, and then I learned about this one, and I'm going to learn about this. And so she did all of that, and it just started spiraling and spiraling, right? And so, she made I'm going to show you this first. So she made this little guy. It's called Squish. Little guy. He's huge. He's the biggest, just a big old giant plushie. And we love him. He did hello. Hi, Trick. But squish, 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 squish. He's a cutie. He is 2nd edition. And only 1,705 of these little guys were made. And I am an owner of one of them. And I love him with my whole heart. Him big, and him squish big. Boop, boop, boop. Look it, compared to a skein of yarn, he's giant. He's an absolute legend. I agree. So then, she's only made like, I'll let you know for cat eating. Yeah, but it's funny now, and she doesn't hurt her animals, and she's actually an incredibly great person, and I like her a lot. And a lot of people know her from that, but we all do dumb shit in our lives, and a cat has a 9-foot vertical leap standing on all 4 legs, and they have one of the most incredible rates to catching themselves over long distances. So like even statistically speaking, cats have dropped over 20 feet, landed on their feet, and been fine. So not gonna try and whatever too much, but she was sitting in a chair and he was on her desk, and she went like that, and the distance between that and that is not bad, statistically speaking, by what a cat can handle. She's really funny. She's very nice. She has done a lot for me in like the community growing, and letting me sell her stickers on my Etsy, and even like asking me to make them for her, and like Milo, yeah, Sakello, how are you doing? Milo, yeah. So I know I don't need to argue the point like too much. I know that's like irrelevant, and it's been like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. Not that time should ever change when you want to handle or deal with something, but the internet is wild, and they say really silly shit, but I spend just as much time in her community than I do Nick's, and I really like her community, and I like her streams, and I think she's really funny, and she does an incredibly great job, and she wouldn't be where she was at if she was a bad person. So like, I don't think that that's really something that people even think, but she's cool. I like her a lot. Love her. So anyway, so we have Squish here, right? So then she did. Oh, it's right here. Look how little these have gotten. I have a giant one. So then we have this guy, and him's is a little nightlight. And he's so cute. Because what you do is you squish, squish, and he turns on. And look how cute he is. He said, hello, I'm your little nightlight. And then you squish him again. And he turns green. He's so cute. So I have this cute little nightlight guy by her as well. Love him. A little dog. Yeah. Isn't that so cute? And he makes a cute little squishy sound. Hold on, I want it to be green. Right? And then, you never know what people are gonna like. Look at this, it's hanging right here. I'm gonna rest it against something so that it can focus. Look at this fucking charm bracelet that I will never wear or take off the tag. Look at our little friends. How is that not the cutest thing in the whole... Oh, we're going this way. Hold on. How is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Oh, the shine. Oh, I love them and their little leg-looking things. Sorry, the shine like makes it really difficult to focus. You get it. But yeah, this is a cute little charm bracelet. He's my favorite. The inky death cap that looks like he's dying. Isn't he so cute? I love them. So that I will never mess up or wear or lose, but that's like one of my all-time favorites too. I originally wanted the inky cap guy in this, but I missed that. Look, I even have this. This is not by her, but I like mushrooms. I also made this. So I would crochet the tops, and then I would get little wine corks as the bottom, and they're just like a cute little crochet mushy. I have mushroom related stuff everywhere. Look, here's another one. This was a gift. Little handmade felt mushy. This is a punch needle mushy I made when I learned how to punch needle. And then I also have this little cute thing. Little house. I have a lot of that. And then lastly, I got these, I dropped him, he's dead. I got these Croc charms, which I do own Crocs, but I don't want to wear them because I don't want to lose them or get them dirty. Oops. Oh, she ended stream. Should probably leave. My mic was on that entire time, you guys. Oh my god, you guys, my mic was on that entire time. Oh my god, I am so embarrassed. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die of embarrassment. Please don't say that they can hear me. Please, nobody say that they could have heard me. I'm gonna fucking puke. Okay, nobody said anything. I was in her fucking live stream the entire time with my mic on. Oh my god, I'm such a well. That was embarrassing. Okay. Anyways, here's some of the cute little shoe charms that I have. And there are some cute little, you want to do cross stitch things? Cross stitch is really fun. I can show you. I have some cross stitch. So there's cute little fraggies. And then look. But that's my little baby friend. Oh, I love you. So cute. Boop, boop, boop. Crick, do you play Stardew Valley? So cute. So anyways, I have these little Croc shoe charms that I got from her, but they just live on my desk because I'll never put them anywhere. They're like collector's items to me. I just really like her stuff, and I like her little mushroom-related things. You like Stardew? I love Stardew as well. Stardew Valley is my favorite game. It literally saved my life, cured me from depression, and made me not want to kill myself every day of my life. So I am a mega Stardew fan, and anytime people are like, what game should I play? What's your favorite game? I'm like, Stardew Valley literally saved my life. Try it out. Not gonna lie. I wanted to die. For a long time. I have my little bag here. Look! I bought the Stardew Valley cross-stitch book. Oh, wow, Crick. Really funny you say that. Because I bought this bitch and I didn't open it because I have no friends to play with. It is still sealed. Own it. Love it. Will never play it. Haven't ever opened it. But yeah. Oop. We'll fix that later. I also have the board game. Coastal Service knows miso is my favorite. That's my little miso emote because I love miso. Miso's my fave. So yeah, I have the Stardew Valley cross stitch guide. I have made the chickens. You get everything in this. It's so much fun. You get all the colors come in the kit. Just get it graded and have it set as a collector's piece. Honestly, I don't know if you could buy the board game any longer, but my understanding is you can't, and people are selling it for like a couple $100s now, which I would never do because I love it. But it's actually really neat that I'm pretty sure I own something that'll never be made again. I can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier. So yeah, you have everything in here, and it teaches you how to make them all, even down to the kegs, to the flowers, to the honey. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. There are full portraits too, Haley. And their little sprites. And you get to make all of it. Oh, look, you can even make a Concerned Ape one. That's so cute. I should make one for him. But you can transition this information into anything. You can even make cross-stitch pillows and things out of just using this same grid. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite things in the world. Look how cute that is. Earrings. You can make earrings out of it. There's so many things. But yeah, this is one of my favorite. I think you can still buy this. I made the chickens and like, oh yeah, I made the chickens and the Juminos. These are my favorite. I love him. My chickens are my favorite. Yeah, and look, all you gotta do is just get a little baby guy like this. And then you just go in and out, in and out, in and out. And then I just have like my little box. Oops, sorry about that again. It's in a calligraphy set, but oh, there's more. Cross stitch kit, and then it's got all the colors that are like the right colors and whatnot. I used to bring this and do it on my lunch break, and so I would do like 10 or so little cross stitch squares. And then my lunch would be over, and then I'd be like, okay. And then over like a period of time. Yeah, but the more you do it, the better you get, you know? I love calligraphy. I'm good at it. Not the best. I follow some artists online that I like to watch that do it. But calligraphy is like one of my favorite things in the world. I have like a really nice calligraphy pen. Here they are. I can write in curses. Here's one. Pretty fun one. And then this is the Pilot Parallel pen. And this one's really fun because it looks like that. And then depending on this side of the nib that you use or this side, it's different. And then you can do all of it, which makes it like this ribbon. And then the cool thing is you could take it out and drop it. And there's this little ink cartridge guy, which this is absolutely going to get everywhere. Anytime I use it, I get it all over. And then you just take these cartridges of all these different colors and you just push it in. And then what you do is, depending on the color, as long as you use like the right ones, because you know you could go like light to dark, not usually dark to dark, and it'll like ribbony rainbow it and like put the two colors together. It's really cool. Whew, okay, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. 1 second. 1 sec. I'll be fast. Okay. Look how cute. Break it down now. Look at how cute this little guy is. He's like, oh, I just have to go shopping with my mom. Look at me, I'm in my little grocery I'm in my little grocery shopping cart. I need to me waiting for my mom to finish grocery shopping while I'm in the car. Where did I get it? I can link it to you. I follow them on Twitter, but I got it from Etsy. From their Etsy shop. I would have favorited it. Isn't he so cute? There's something about that little red cart that's like my favorite. Here he is. Here he is. Okay, look out for the large link in chat. Love him. Pardon the link, yeah. They do need a link shortener. It's pretty obnoxious. At least some sort of like bit.ly looking thing. Aw, offline's here. Cute. Yeah, even myself, they did one on the OTK thing and it was a bit.ly and it was a link to Nick's stream. But yeah, even those, it should just be like, even if they did what Twitch does with Twitch clips, which is just like, it's a bunch of words like puddle, umbrella, curious, or whatever, you know how like all the, as opposed to like, bro, buy more Twit followers, yeah. Even I'm reluctant to link that. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, you did. But yeah, exactly. At least I clicked it. At least the Twitch clips ones that are like you know, like at least a bunch of words is better than whatever that was. Gallery search query frog and cart charm gallery quantity source. You know what's fun is we're 8 followers away from 11,800 followers. Well, would you look at that? What's Cutie doing right now? Oh, Jade's on her channel? Cute. Oh.
That's great. They were not
at
January 6th.
this point, I feel like they're just into the
fun. Oh, people are watching Fallout right now. So Fallout is like a TV show or a movie now? Or something? It's a show? Eve, if you're still here, your Fallout friend that I drew is gonna love that. You love it so far? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, I'm glad it's good. That's awesome. What's... Yeah, Goofy Funny Yarn Tomato Store Zebra. They nailed the vibe. That's fucking awesome. Supermarket Sim is not on sale. Wait, did it increase in price? Do you guys want to play like a couple rounds of dry and then I'm gonna... 13? Crick, what's your Steam? Here. Crick. Add this. Ooh, that's cute. Let's see. Look at him. He's a smushy big old cutie. You have Steam at least. Well, you would. Yeah, for Steam, go to friends at the top and then say add friend with the ellipses, and then it says your friend code. Okay, you add. Yes, please. Look at that cute little, big old, cute little squishy boy. I actually have somebody on Twitter that I follow that makes art just like this frog plushie. Him so cute. We love him. Add me, please. Nice name. Oops, I accidentally blocked and reported. No! Wait, I already lost. Oh, here you are. I'm gonna assume this is. Wait, this isn't you. This is somebody else. Definitely not you. Somebody else with a different name just added me and I said yes. Wait, unless. Wait, maybe this is you. You are bend over? Okay. Do, 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 do. I have that song stuck in my head now. Yes, it did look like a real name. You are correct. That is why I got reluctant. So you are successful in that. But if that's the not persona, fake identity that you wanted to go for, you did it. Well, the odds are that anybody else of the 9 people that are in here right now, is that any one of the 9 people, like, no? Wait, no? Wait, what are we knowing? Why are you knowing? You're scaring me. Only me exists. Yes, you are the only one that's actually here. Technically, if you're the only one typing. I looked and I was like, who's here? And I recognized a couple names. Okay, stop doing that. Drawing from memory. Oh, it's only $3. I think maybe I'll buy that. Well, actually, I can't because you need other people to play it, and I don't want to do that. One of them is my IRL friend. Probably shut that off now. I also don't need this TV on. Okay. Oh, that's really cute. I also follow somebody on Twitter who does this exact kind of art with the little X bunny face, but the fact that that's so, like, plushy. And it's Miffy. My little sweet little Miffy. We love you, Miffy. Oh. It said ages 24 months and up, but I thought they were making a joke that Miffy was, like, 24 months and up. But it was just talking about children. Capable. Crick, check your email and or your Steam. Love you. What did you do? Well, Queen. um, but like, why? So I will tell you this. I once upon a time used to play CS:GO, and people used to gift me money to open boxes, and I didn't spam it like a bunch of streamers did, but I did have a fun community that would allow me for like the content and the fun and yada. And so like once upon a time I opened a knife, and it was I don't think it was field tested. It was a little bit better than field tested, but I'm going to say the wrong thing. Butterfly Crimson Web knife, which I absolutely love. And I had it for many years. And about 4 years ago, before CS2 came out by like years, but like years ago, randomly the market went up, and I had a friend message me, and they were like, dude, your knife is like $800 right now. Just throwing it out there. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, minimal wear. I was like, oh, well, and the butterfly knife, like, animation was like my favorite. Like, I love the ching 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 ching. Like, it's one of my faves. Yeah, Krambit's cool. Yeah, is cool. But like, I loved, even though they weren't hype, I love the butterfly knife. So fun. The little flippy floppy, the flippy doopy dookie knife. I love it. But yeah, you go and you look all cool, and then sometimes you stab yourself in the hand. As opposed to like when you swing it on your finger or whatever, like for one of the other ones. Like one of the other, like the Krambit, you'd be like, do 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 do, you know? But the butterfly knife would be like, stab, you know? So, yeah, so once upon a time I had, that knife, and I sold it for, I sold it for like 800 Steam dollary dues. And, one of the things that I did was I bought any game that I decided that I wanted to buy. And then I had like a Stat Track Emerald Dragon P90 skin. I had my Vulcan AK skin with 2 rare stickers on it. There was like a Kawaii sticker and I think a Cloud9 sticker. And a couple others. But nevertheless, I'd sold that knife, and I was able to like buy games and play games and like kind of try things out and like float on that like obnoxiously massive amount of money. And not that I'm like massively frivolous with my money or bought every game that I watched like one trailer of, but one of the things that I did do is, hey, Capital C, welcome back. We were showing off your house. Dude, $800 is absolutely insane. Insane. And so, I bought some games, and it really lasted. The amount of money lasted for quite an amount of time. And so when COVID happened, a bunch of myself and these individuals in this Discord, they're called Rainy Days, because a lot of us are Pacific Northwest, so, you know, it's rainy, so they're called Rainy Days Community. And I made a sticker for us. It looks like this. Rainy Days, Summer 2022. I have it on my other cup, but it's not in here. But, there was a time where you had to use modded Stardew Valley to have multiplayer. It's implemented in the game now, but at one point it wasn't. And so I had a bunch of people, I mean like 9 people or so, not including people from stream, who wanted to play Stardew Valley multiplayer with us. And so what I'd done is I started gifting the game to my friends that I used to play Rust with and stuff like that wanted to play. And yeah, you're very welcome, Crick. And I hope that you enjoy playing it. And if it's your bang shebang, then awesome. And if it's not, then whatever. I really hope you like it. Also, feel free to DM me anytime because I've got all of the profit margin knowledge to stock ratio because I'm a tryhard and like to do really well at everything. And at one point, I started gifting the game to too many Steam friends to the point where Steam blocked me from gifting gifts to other people. Because at the time, in one of the weeks that I'd been gifting to people, it was on sale. And so it was on sale like by $2, $3, not like half off. And Steam thought that I was buying the game at the lower price and then reselling it to people at the full price or something, which is insane. And so I like had to write them these long things. It's like, Stardew Valley saved my life. I have friends that actually want to play with me. Like, this is kind of silly, but I promise you I'm not doing anything bad. I just want to play Stardew Valley with my friends. And, like, look at my Steam account. I sold a fucking CSGO knife for $800. Like, I can gift my friend a $14 game, you know? Yeah, and they were like, So there was, like, a couple months that I got banned. And then I think down to the point where they were like, okay, she just can't gift that game anymore, but she can gift other games. And so there was like a couple other silly like $5 games that I would gift if like we were all gonna like play like a drawing game or like something silly, you know. And it's only a couple people and some friends, and like it's not that big of a deal. And so like for a short period of time I was unable to buy things for people because Steam thought I was being a reseller or some bullshit from Stardew Valley out of any game. Like, it's not a $60 game, it was like a $14 game, but there was a point in time where they were like, meh. But in that time, I still wasn't able, it's a really poor choice of words, even up until last year, summertime, I was holding on to such a significant amount of money in my Steam profile, which I still have like almost 200 something dollars, because every once in a while a random skin that I have, like when CS2 came out, a couple of these ones that were only like 50, 60 bucks still went up to like $100 or so dollars. So randomly I would just like wake up and see another $250 in my Steam account because like CS2 popped off and people got re-interested in skins again. I will tell you, if I try to play the game again, it's boring and ugly and I miss my knife, and I felt like that made the game a lot more fun, but also the hold times have changed on playing the game and it's just different now, so that's not the only reason why it was fun, but there are parts of me where I'm like, oh, I remember my little AK and when you would stat track or like when you would observe it and stuff like that, but nevertheless. Even still, I was able to buy a Steam Deck with that money. And I still have money left over. So, in my Steam account. Yeah. I wrote crick question mark in it as a meme. It is a little bit dusty. I played the other week though. But yeah, I even bought a Steam Deck with my money that I have from my CSGO knife, and I have money left over, but I fucking love this thing. It's super awesome. By the way, you can't play Rust on this. That's why I bought it, because I thought I could play Rust with my friends. You can't. But it's a really nice machine, and I love it, and I think it's super awesome. It's actually somehow... Not joking, I have tested this multiple times. The Steam Deck is still somehow lighter than a Nintendo Switch. Which is absolutely crazy, because look at the size difference. But my Switch is heavier than my Steam Deck. Isn't that fucking insane? You got an Animal Crossing Switch? You're fucking so cool. I wish I had one. Yeah, Soul Rebel, I love this. I think it's worth it. I think that because they came out with a new one with the OLED screen, you could probably, and I got mine during like a summer sale, so mine was also like, I mean, it was an obnoxious amount of money off. It was like $150 off. I mean, like I paid like, I think less than 450 Steam dollars for this. And I got the largest one with the largest thing possible. You have Kirby thumb grips? That's the cutest shit in the whole world. Mine, my original Switch has drift fucking I can't think when I stream and I fucking hate it. It's got that drift bullshit and I hate it. But I still love it. It's fun. But yeah, I highly recommend the Steam Deck. I would make sure that you check the compatibility of the games that you think that you would like to play, that you like to play on Steam, the compatibility of them like on your Steam Deck, because, and I know it'll change and it'll only get better or it won't or whatever, but I'm excited to play like Rumble Club on it and stuff. I think that'd be super cool. But yeah, nevertheless, I can definitely give my friend a cute little $12.99 game because past Catlista 7 years ago earned it. And I like the game a lot, and I'm a proponent of a person that likes to share how fun games are and like the release you get from them. And like Supermarket Sim really helped because like I hurt my back a couple months ago, and it helped me like not think about how much pain I was in. Like I got so enveloped in the game in such a way that like, I don't know, it was just, I could lose my train of thought in it and not think about how, and that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm just like 20 minutes into a game and I'm like, bleh. But Supermarket Sim is fucking awesome. The harder you want to make it, the harder it is. The easier you want to make it, the easier it is. You know. I have exhausted all of my energy. I anticipated starting stream 9 hours ago. We did make it to 2 hours, 58 minutes, so I'll go another minute and a half to make it to 3. But, it's been a long day. And I'm bummed that I didn't make it on that show. And that's where, like, a lot of, like, my oomph was coming from, but I'm very, very, very happy I streamed. Today was a lot more rewarding than I thought. Pardon me. And I really enjoyed the conversation, and I like that you guys are here to be able to conversate with me, and I'm excited for tomorrow. It'll be a little bit earlier, very much earlier of a stream tomorrow, and it's Friday, so we do fun things on a Friday. But oh crick, let me see. It's a little star in a little roll. Dude, that's so fucking cute. Oh, look at that animal. I did not know the back of it. I did not know the back of it. The back is so cute. I didn't know the back was themed like Animal Crossing. I thought it was the Joy-Cons only and the little dock. I didn't know the back had like all the cute stuff in it. Here, I'll show you guys really quickly just because I can. Look how cute! Look how cute! And look at the star. Reminds me of, well, of course, Kirby. And then look at how pretty the back is. See? There's the campsite. And the fire. And the lighthouse. That is so fucking cute. That's so cute. I'm jelly. Why is that person adding a whole bunch of people? They're also adding Alf. Weird champ. Okay, anyway, I am going to host this person named Julie. She's super cute. She makes entirely her own everything. She created her own world, her own character, it's like a cartoon series, and she does everything herself, and she does a really good job, and she's super cute, and I like her cartoon style. And so I am going to raid her, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the conversation. And for those of you that just showed up, hi, and I will see you in 17 hours. We'll just say that. Okay, we made it to 3 hours. Much more. Mwah! Love you. See you later. Bye, Soul Rebel. Bye, capital C. I know. Hi and bye, I know. Did you play any Sword? I did play Breath of the Wild, and I did beat it, and I beat Ganon in my first try. Actually, spoiler, plug your ears. Ganon is easier to beat than any of the 4 divine beasts, which is very not fun for endgame. You can also go to the endgame boss and beat the game before you do the entirety of it, but I also have Tears of the Kingdom, but kind of like Animal Crossing New Horizons, I spammed a bunch of hours in it, and then I set it down once, and then I never touched it again, and I feel really bad for that. But I also like yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, I stutter sometimes, but it doesn't bother me. That's so cute. I did 100%, in my opinion, my island, which I can totally show you guys. I have a really, 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 really sick island. There's themes everywhere. Like when you go in, to the left is an orchard, and then there's like this oriental kind of like themed thing, and then over here is like a little beach vacation thing, and then up here is like a diner, and then there's also a boxing ring and a DJ booth, and then I used the cute, like the little code thing, and put my own cat's face on the bedspread in my house, and also on this wall where the DJ booth is. And then there's like a campground, and then there's an amusement park, and then there's a whole part where there's like every flower. If you ever need flowers, I have every flower that you can get in Animal Crossing New Horizons. But no, if you do have a Switch and you haven't played Breath of the Wild, very, very, very much recommend it. Especially if you have a puzzle brain like I do. The shrines are puzzle oriented, and I've always just really liked puzzles. I mean, I have fucking 76 Rubik's Cubes up here, and yeah, I'm a total puzzle brain. But thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Less than 4, because I love you more. And we will see you guys on another stream. And I appreciate you being here. And, yeah. Well, that's the point, Crick. It is the thought that counts. Because there's one way that you look at it and it doesn't work. And then you look at it like 3 other ways. And then you go back to this way. And then you go this way. And then you go, oh, I combine all these ways into this. And then this is how I solved it. So, there's a lot in it. It's not about the result. It's about the process. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We'll see you later. Rating Julie. Bye-bye.